But previously I'd seen Kev before at the first totally sold out, which was in the Nairobi Baptist Church car park during the day.
What?
It was there during the day. And we went to that thing at like at 3. It was free. There was only 100 of us or 200 of us. Then people came later. And then DJ Moos goes on stage and says, I'd like to introduce someone. He's a DJ, he's really cool. He introduces Kevin Mulay, who walks in and plays in those old DJ decks I just had the two circles.
Yes.
I don't know what they're called. They're really slim, really small. That's the first time I see him. And then he plays in this, at now the Groove Party.
Yes.
He plays, so, and people are coming to perform. Now Kina Jogsi are the dons of the industry.
Have they released?
Nampenda Bwana, that thing is killing everything. It's a song, you know, it's brilliant and we all love it.
Yeah.
Sita have just kind of, you know.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Man say.
Head, shoulder, knees and toes. Ears, eyes, nose and mouth. Head, shoulder, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulder, knees and toes. Ears, eyes, nose and mouth. Head, shoulder, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Chaos. Chaos. Rabo is killing us, Bana. Chaos. All over, and they like top dance crew. Then, you know, guys are beginning to come out now. So
we're what year now? 2000 and?
For me, in my head, this is still high school. So it's still 01. Yeah, 2001, 2002 is when this stuff is happening a lot. So we're doing a lot of these parties. You know, that's when I first meet Kevo, DJ Mulay, and then I meet Moos. Go is on radio, this time with Kubamba. Go is also our pastor at chapel.
Yes.
So now I'm no longer doing the two services. I've left St. Luke's Kenyatta and I've come fully to...
You've switched.
Fully. But now what I was finding in church, and this is why I think church is such an interesting... I'm sad about how church operates, but I'm so happy about the effect church can have and the potential. Is because chapel had those open doors, the same that St. Luke's had. And chapel had these instruments, which maybe St. Luke's didn't have, but chapel had these instruments and computers. I learned how to do all of my computer work in church, basically, because I was the one doing the church bulletins.
Yes.
For Blast. So I learned how to use MS Publisher, because it was necessary to do the bulletin. Yes. I learned how to write. I typed up. There was a pastor at the time who was writing a book on marriage, a premarital counseling book. I typed a whole bunch of chapters about that book. But this was like, for me, I'm there and there's equipment.
Yes.
So I'm kind of just, you know, access. It's about access, and I'm here and I'm learning all these things. And I spend so much time in chapel, dancing, playing music, because now I'm learning the bass. I've learned the drums. I was taught the drums by Kanini, who is the first girl I'd ever seen play the drums in my life. Because when I walked into chapel, the person playing the drums was a girl. It was mind-boggling. Like, what? But then, so she started to teach me how to play the drums. She taught me the drums. I think she went to the States. I've lost touch with her.
Yeah.
And I learned the drums from her. What? So that's my drum teacher. And then there was a second teacher when Kanini left. There was another guy called Alfred, who's like the caretaker. And Alfred is the one who taught me that there's no end to learning instruments. Because Alfred was like playing drums, playing bass, playing guitar. So it's like whatever you find, pick it up, play it. Yeah, because then you have space in the band. You see, you're looking for space in the band. So I started playing, now I'm playing drums in church, I'm dancing in church, I'm singing. And then life is going on, and I think we're getting into fourth form. And there's some other things that are happening around this time. Akina Benny Hina here is doing nini. We've gone to those things. I don't know what other evangelists had come here. We went to Nairobi University, whatever evangelism that was. We've gone to Extreme Weekend. People remember that. SK Blues launch of his album. We are there. Cha-Cha, and that album was called the one he launched that Prophecy. SK Blue is killing us. Ay. Their music is brilliant. I can't believe the music that's coming out of now, because there's a whole new age of guys at that time.
Yes.
So the choirs have died very quickly. This whole bunch of new pop guys have pitched up, and it's, you know, SK Blue, Rough Tone. Daddy has done a song. At that time he had a different name. I don't remember the name. So now I'm really interested in this recording.
Josh himself
DJ Josh is doing the song. Porcupine is doing the song. So now I'm really interested in doing music. So two things happen that are interesting. I go to church and I'm singing Fred Hammond's Bread of Life for some presentation. And now we were doing main church. Monique Mageria was in the church.
Hey man, this world is too tiny.
Monique Mageria listens to me singing at the end of the service. Tells me, listen, I think you need to take your music seriously. And I think there's ways that I can help you. So he tells me to go to a place called Lemongrass. So, you know, we end up, Monique ends up introducing me to, what was this other guy's name? His name is Potea Kichwangu. Anyway, I end up meeting Kina Big Ted and that whole crew of managers.
Faki, Big Ted.
I didn't meet Faki at that time. I meet Big Ted. I meet another gentleman whose name has gone.
Big Kev, no.
Don't meet Big Kev. I'll find his name. Then now the discussion is like, okay, this guy can try music. And so we're trying to figure it out.
What? So they met over you and you doing music?
No. Like I'm being introduced to them, and now every conversation is about
the music that potentially can be done.
Yeah. So then, now Rick Kasika tells me about RKay Kamanzi. Okay? Says, there's another RKay. So we are hearing Shama Boy music.
Yes. And Mpenda Bana had been done
by him. And we've just listened to, at that time, we've just listened to Rough Tone featuring Henry Mutuku. Yeah, so that song is also hot.
Yes.
And now Rick tells me about RKay. So we're looking. Now I meet a guy called Victor Mutune. That time I've been told this guy is called Victor Mutune. He's a manager. It's a movie. I go meet this guy at a cyber in Tao. The guy is
everybody always makes a movie in a cyber.
He was in a cyber and I think he used to manage that cyber. So this like dressed in suits, Nini, he was in Shama. So me, I'm like, this dude was in Shama, Nini, this is the I'm getting in. Hey man, say Bala movie. Those days he was slick. So things are going wow. You know, we meet a few times, blah blah blah. I go to this cyber. And then I get introduced now to the other cyber. So the cyber where they used to meet guys.
Yes.
Initially. Then there was the second cyber, which now it was for serious guys. Yes. Now this one was on Mamangina Street, on the second floor.
Yes.
Now when you go to this second cyber, is where now you find Kina Moos, Juguj. Now you find the guys in this second cyber. At that second cyber is where RKay studio was. So by now I get my demo together. I have the song from Kasika, I have the song from DJ Loop. That's my demo.
What?
I'm now going to meet RKay. So I call RKay, tell him, I got your number from Vicky, and now I'm connecting. Now today is the day I'm going to meet RKay. So we go. I go alone. RKay tells me be there at 10. So 9 o'clock, I'm over there. Do you know at 5 p.m. RKay hadn't showed up?
Yeah.
I was still there. And so, you know, there's not really, you couldn't call the guy Sana because you borrow the phone in the morning.
Yes.
Call the guy, these guys are older than me, so I'm calling them with my folks phone. Then I just come. So nimefika sasa town, nimengojea mpaka 5.
What?
5:30. 6 o'clock, I see him pass. I hear the door, papa, he enters. But he's been having a hard day.
Yeah.
Because me, when I go and knock the door and I open, he opens. I say, RKay, we spoke on the phone. I come to see me. The guy looks at me. Says no. He bangs the door in my face.
What?
Like this. That door hit my nose. Yeah. Because I was not ready. I was in the threshold. That door hit my nose. Yeah.
You can.
Pop! It pushed me back. So I've come now outside. Now I'm like, wow, this music thing.
Highway smake.
So my CD is fallen, my chrome tape, whatever. Put that stuff back together, I go home. I say, Sawa, we'll see. Now I focus on life as a dancer. I'll watch this music, I'll sing in church, share this music a bit and focus as a dancer. So the next kind of 1-2 years of my life, I'm not really interested in recording anymore.
Because of that thing?
Because now of that interaction. Because I'm like, I've gone through everything I thought. Like I've done the work. I've met everybody I need to meet.
Yeah.
I know all of them. I'm not getting my music on radio. I've recorded all the songs. I've done all the ninis. I know them. Like I know these guys.
Yeah.
And if I meet them, I know them. And they know me. It's not that
Yes, exactly.
They also know me.
So they're not playing your rap songs.
They're not playing the rap songs enough. Like I think they was playing like once or twice. But they're not playing them. Nini. To be honest, the music is not that good. But
you can say that now.
Yeah, but at the time I'm feeling bala. Even just for pushing a guy. Cool. So we end up doing some other music with RKay, another song that was called...
So no way, you can't just pass that story like that. Then how did you you reconnected with RKay again?
No. This is now Kasika.
Oh,
so we go back and do some tracks with Kasika. Rafton one day comes to the studio one day. Rafton was such an interesting guy. Like I met him in that cyber, I asked if I collab, the guys like sure. He came to the studio, he listened to the music, he wasn't sure, but he was at the studio, imagine. And then he left.
What?
So I was supposed to release a song with Rafton if it had worked, maybe in 2000.
Yeah. With you rapping?
But Rafton was in the studio.
He actually came?
Yeah, he was in the studio. That song was released. Actually, that song was released. It's like a raga song, which I don't have a copy to. If someone has, it was called Woishe. I remember. If anyone has that song, I think Moos was talking and saying he has it. I don't have it. I've looked.
So hold on. So you recorded the song?
So we went and recorded. See, now this thing I stopped recording. Kasika calls me. We do some projects together. Then I ended up recording another song. Now we thought for that song,
let's get rough.
So I go looking for Raf and I find him. This whole maze of cybers.
Yes.
And Raf comes and we record this song. The other guy I meet at RKay's place is Usinifungie Mlango. Jawabu. I meet them there. They just released the album. They're doing all this work. Now I'm getting to the end of high school. So now I'm getting to the end of high school. I'm like, take 2 years. So I get a job after high school. I get 2 jobs. I get a job at Chapel, helping with the tour of another like Mzungu group that was here called the Continentals. So I'm like the grips and logistics guy.
Yes.
Beba things, fix things, let's go. My boss is Evans Mwangi. So, and that story is important because I'm the first Evans Mwangi who ran for, you know Evans Mwangi?
For MP?
Yes.
Evans Mwangi even is our client here.
That story is important. Please remind me to come back to it because that's the first time any gospel musician is paid. It was our gig.
What?
That's the first time in the gospel industry, as far as I know.
In fact, when you said Evans Mwangi, I'm like, it can't be the same Evans
In the
Mwangi.
first time the Kenya's gospel industry, people are paid to perform, was the show of the Continentals run by Evans Mwangi and by myself. And do you know who was paying people? And do you know who was the first person I paid? Kevin Muley, who came with one of that key bags.
Yes. The money bag.
Yeah, no, those 2 money bags those days. But he was my friend, you see? And so I booked my friends. I booked Kev, I booked Jogsy, I booked, what was this? Dadioen, Raf. I don't know, Raf didn't play that gig. He wasn't around. SK Blue, who at the time I didn't know personally, but I think that's the first time I met him around that gig. He played Fat Mode. Do you remember Fat Mode? Fat Mode.
Mr. Lee and crew.
I booked Fat Mode for that gig.
Wow.
And another...
No, that's SK Blue.
DJ Josh, I booked him and Porcupine.
Wow.
I booked them. That gig was played at Carnival. It was the first time that I know of that a gospel gig paid guys. It was us at Chapel. It's the first time. Guys came, they were shocked that we were even paying too. So I was deposit before gig. It was shocking. Kiki Mutungi also, I booked her that gigs first.
Kiki?
And I met her.
Yeah. Wow.
Kiki Mutungi. Who else did we book at that time?
DNG didn't have an album at this time.
DNG has a song, he has a chora. So he's won the chora, but at that time he's storming. Like, he can't be found. I remember trying to look for DNG, but I couldn't find it. There was just drama, I don't remember what was
Gospel Fathers?
Gospel Fathers, they are just starting now. So they may have been booked in that gig. I'm not sure if they are booked. I can ask Evans if they are booked. There. But that's, I think, is the first time we pay anyone. So now I'm also working at a place called Feber Radio. Feber Radio was a studio, I think one of the first purpose-built studios of like this generation, which was it was here in Kilimani, on Kayawe Road. It was owned by Baraka FM, or the company that owned Feber also owned Baraka FM. So Baraka FM in the coast. So I was working based for Feber Baraka as a studio rabbit, a studio monkey.
Yes.
Your job is just be in the studio, adjust microphones, you know, clean the studio. I'm the studio guy, working under a guy called Willie G. So Willie G is the producer guy at the time. And before him was another legendary producer called Adam Gogomoka. Anyone who's a sound engineer knows Adam Gogomoka. That was the guy of sound. So after Adam Gogomoka left, Willie G took over. I think Richard Kasika was involved somehow. Kasika was connected me. So now I'm here with
Kasika took a liking to you, eh?
Sana, we were very close friends and there's a lot of work we did together. So he's connected me. I'm working now, then him is gone to UG. So I'm working this basically internship job where we meet every morning to do devotion.
And let me ask you, was Richard Kasika ever a musician?
He was. He's a brilliant musician.
We did even some stuff with Ted Josiah.
Yes, and he won a Dove Award.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. Richard Kasika is a holder of a Dove Award. Like, he got into that entire gospel circuit and won a Dove Award. He flew to the States and picked up his award.
What?
Yeah. The world needs to remember Richard Kasika because that guy, the music that Richard brought on, everyone, in fact, if Kasika came and spoke about the guys he brought on, there are very many. There are many people I met in that studio of Kasika's that are still musicians today. And that guy was giving people free recording, basically. Kasika has roots, mpaka Kwela, the Ugandan band. There's a connection. Because Richard's brother, Roy, is a drummer, used to be a drummer in Kwela. When they moved to UG, that's when this band was started. So there's a whole web of Kasika's influence across this, because Henry Mutuku also, I think, did some work with him. He did some work with a lot of people. Anyway, so we get to, now I'm in this studio, I'm basically recording, we're recording jingles, programs in Kiswahili that would then be taken to the bus in Tao, and the bus would take them to Coast for broadcast on Sunday. And then we're also doing other projects. Now there's another song that's come out from the coast at that time called Lova Lova. There's a Super Daddy Slover, I don't remember. There's a guy, very big song. There's a song, what was the name of that? How did the song go? Super Daddy Slovo, Mama's song Govo, like something. That is like the jam at the time. It's changed the groove of music. Coastal music has changed now. All this stuff is coming. And so through that coastal connection, we get some project to record a song. And that's the first time I meet Nonini. Because Nonini comes to the studio to record a song with some British musician. Some British musician girl who was here. Joakali also comes and we record this thing. But me, I'm the guy of the tapes. You know, I'm the guy who call microphone, review call, go fix. Then I'm duplicating tapes in the back. So we don't really have too much of a connection. But I work at Feber for almost, I think, 6 months. And really, I learned all my kind of studio knowledge, most of my studio knowledge there. And so at the end, they pay me 6K after 6 months.
Whoa.
6 Gs. Yes, I'm paid. So I'm rich. I go to Tao, Ibrahim's, I buy a set of PC speakers for 5.
Leaves you with 1.5.
No. Nah, 1.5. I buy a sound card. I'm determined now to set up a studio. I buy a PC sound card, 1.5. When I walk home with my box. I reach home, I'd convince the folks to buy a Pentium 2. So now the Pentium 2, the PC speakers,
and your
a sound card. So we take an SM58, we wire it so that it can connect with the 1/4-inch jack. But now I'm in business. The studio is up. You get Fruity Loops. Higher. Now I'm back home in Kenyatta. So I'm in the studio, in the house, playing around music. Now see, kwa mtaa we are talking.
Yes.
Guys are playing around music. Some guy called Kapisa, another guy called Gabu. Called me, what's on mtaa? We're also doing music to make wakalif, nini, so come, let's do a demo. This is Gabu of Unit.
No way.
We grew up with him.
In fact, I was like, Gabu, I was like, no, it can't be that.
We grew up with Gabu. Gabu used to bully me sana huko kwa mtaa. Anyway, by the time now we are adults, so if you bully me, I fight back. So now we meet in my bedroom, right? We record this demo. Paulina, I make a Fruit Loops track. And then I give them the track. And then Kapis goes into football, does other things, he's a very good football player. Then they disappear for a while, even me, I disappear because we move house in Nini, so we lost touch. I hear the song has been released through Calif Records with a much better track, obviously.
No way.
The song is coming. Paulina has come out through Calif Records. Paulina,
cheza kwa maringo tukuone, say bam chigi cha, cheza kwa maringo tukuone, say Paulina, cheza kwa maringo tukuone, say bam chigi cha, cheza kwa maringo tukuone, unavyo walk, never talk, never smile, stop.
But now it's not with Gabu. Is it Gabu?
Gabu is on that track.
That song is by Gabu. I'm getting. That's insane.
So Gabu is on that track.
I know the song. In fact, when you said Paulina, I was like, I know that.
That song, the first time I hear it in my bedroom in Kenyatta. The bedroom I shared with all my siblings. Kenyatta. In front of those. I'm the one who did the first, you know that Fruit Loops?
Yes.
The first guy who did it. In fact, I need credit, Ghana. So now, that's where we...
Because now you're in your producer mode.
Now I'm kind of in producer mode, but I'm still interested. Now this time I feel like I've quit music. I just want to be an engineer, like get ready for college. I don't really... I've kind of quit. So now the interesting things start happening. I go to church, I meet Dr. Rekebisha. I didn't know
AKA Julian Mashara.
I didn't know it was him. Like the guy I meet, we used to sit in church all the time together in the back bench and whisper jokes, nini. I didn't know this is the Dr. Rekebisha. I was not aware. But he's my friend.
You are just like me, I know Julian Mashari.
I know this guy is called Julian, so we normally meet Sundays, we chat kidogo. So Julian, I performed something in church. Julian's like, I think you should really record and you should consider singing. This rapping thing is cool, you can rap, but think about singing. So I said, okay. So he tells me, okay, I have a friend who's a producer. I can introduce you. He gives me the number of a guy called Tim Renboy. Go and talk to this guy. I say, okay, I'll go see him. Now this time, in my life, I've gathered chums, I have 30K in my life. Saved. Now a bank. 30 G's. So just put that as an aside. Now when we're dancing, one day I'm leaving the dance practice, and I'm walking home. And I'm walking between, the part of Valley Road, between the Mpagatwe roundabout and Total.
Yes.
I'm walking there, and across the road, I see Necessary Noise, all of them. They're walking over there. There used to be a school there called something Grove.
Yeah.
So I see across, I see all of them.